Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas. Let's take a second to listen to this clip about Palantir.
Let's go to business surprise. Did you have a business surprise over there, Saxy Poo?
I said Palantir was the biggest business surprise this year. I mean, I thought the company would do well, but its stock went up 5x this year from $16 a share to $76.
Completely counterintuitive. The market cap of Palantir just passed the market cap of Lockheed Martin. The amazing counterintuitive thing about Palantir was how much time they spent with their customers. Everybody shat on that idea, and they were totally right.
I couldn't agree much more there. An actual company sitting down and spending time with their customers. That is why they have been so successful. You'd think that sounds completely common sense, or you would think that'd be completely logical, but that is what they're doing, and we're seeing it work, especially as everybody doubted them in the beginning. Now, we're back after Christmas. I hope you guys have had a great holiday. We're going to be talking about everything that's happening with Palantir, what we're seeing in terms of price action, some articles that came out today, and talking about what are we finalizing for the rest of the week regarding the market. We're going to be talking about the Santa rally. How did that play out today, and what is the expectation until the new year? We see reduced trading across the board just because more people are probably taking the whole week off, taking a break from the market, and spending more time with their families, which is important, but we also have important details to get to. So if you're a new or returning viewer, hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos, and of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Now, pop it up on the screen here. Palantir Technologies closes at 82.14, doing a very good job consolidating at this new price zone and at this extreme high price zone that Palantir has not had a lot of trading history. Sitting here at the 82s, you can see some consolidation and some support that is starting to be formed here, which is a very good key level for Palantir to settle down at. And if we quickly look here, in terms of volume at 60 million, slightly lower than the 3-month average. But like I said, I'm expecting trading volumes to be slower, especially tomorrow for Friday. But we see options activity at the 83 and at the 85, a decent amount of call activity at that strike price for end of the day expirations for tomorrow. So anticipation that we're going to see a green day for the market. We'll see what actually happens. But looking at some of the articles that came out today, Wedbush coming out here, we know that Dan Ives from Wedbush has particularly been pretty bullish on Palantir, maintaining their bullish stance on Palantir stock, citing a major role in the AI revolution. Now, on Thursday, they came out maintaining this positive outlook for Palantir, reiterating this outperform rating and a $75 price target. We've seen the bullish price targets that Dan Ives has came out, that Wedbush came out with, and Palantir has continued to beat those. So this guy has been right. A lot of people are starting to really listen to his Palantir calls. The stock currently trading at near these 52-week highs. The company, of course, is trading above its fair value. And a lot of people are starting to say, hey, are there different investors out there that are really starting to anticipate what its true fair value is, considering the premium pricing that we've seen? Now, we know the valuation's sky high compared to its price to sales, its price to earnings. We know that. But the momentum behind Palantir right now shows you that the price still has room to run, and there's still potential for Palantir to continue, I think, to hit that $100 milestone. We don't know when that's going to happen. But looking at here, they've really been a central player of the AI revolution, the AI boom, and expanding its use case for its products. We know Palantir has done one really important thing, and that's bring a true utility to AI. And Dan Ives comes out here basically saying that analysts express confidence that Palantir's potential to evolve into a company comparable to Oracle in the next decade. That's a very bullish statement, but led by its AI platform, despite the skepticism that it's received, Palantir is really proving those doubters wrong. And one of the big questions and people that we've been kind of discussing with is talking about the DOGE, the Department of Governmental Efficiency, saying that this article, pinpoints that this is a wild card for Palantir's stock, and especially for software makers. Now, one of the key points and variable that they talk about is that basically we're going to see budget cuts that are going to loom as a wild card for these software makers. And particularly, cutting spending on the size of the federal government is going to bring more volatility across the board. However, bulls are saying that the catalyst for more focus on software players is going to be at the limelight for DOGE in terms of actual governmental cuts in terms of their budget. The fact that software and even AI software, Palantir, that has these pretty close ties with different types of governmental entities, they will be able to reduce costs but also keep productivity, defense efficiency to a high standard, while cutting a lot of costs. But the bears are coming out here basically saying that these federal spending cuts that are coming out, they are going to affect Palantir in a negative way by saying here DOGE aims to cut $2 trillion from the federal budget. And across the board, that's going to affect Palantir because there's just going to be less money to spend on these different types of platforms that Palantir has to offer. So does this bring hiccups for volatility in the market? Does it bring hiccups for Palantir? I don't necessarily think at this moment, my own personal opinion, that this is really going to leave a large impact for Palantir. The reason why is because Palantir is kind of working at already reducing waste. That's one of its key components by actually bringing AI to improve workflow, to come out with these new types of utility factors and productivity lines that can be developed in the matter of just a few hours that would usually take weeks to a month. So Palantir is having a competitive edge on that side of things. And also, one big thing here is this article talks all about the governmental side of things in terms of software makers and AI software makers. Palantir, remember, has a big expansion with AIP into the commercial sector. And I think in 2025 that is going to continue to evolve in the right direction for Palantir. So if governmental spending takes a little bit of a cut here, Palantir has many different avenues that it can go into and different niches that it can offer its products to and basically fine-tune itself to. If you think about it, Palantir could possibly offer a solution to almost any type of business that is out there. And this is where we talk about leading into earnings, February 5th. And what the Santa rally means, the anticipations for next year. Right now, earnings per share is guesstimated to be at about 11 cents. We've seen 12 earnings per share revisions in the bullish direction in the last 90 days. You can see right here, which is great, and 0 in the bearish direction. So talking about the market right here, we're seeing stock futures that are inching down a little bit. The broader market basically consolidates on the day. NASDAQ, S&P just slightly in the red, 0.05%, basically at zero. Didn't move. We see a flat line Thursday, as really investors are probably just looking to end this holiday week on a strong note because we're still up for the week. We're going to see thinning of trading action. I think we'll kind of see that throughout the actual new year. That's where we're going to hit the ground running when the holidays are past us. Everybody's looking to the new year. What are the new objectives? Although trading has really been muted this week, people still looking at the Santa Claus rally. What that is historically is the market's tendency to rise the final 5 days of trading the year in the first 2 in January. So historically, they're looking for that Santa Claus rally to actually come to fruition. And seeing here in terms of a new change administration, we're going to have that. We have the answer for that. And lots of economists are now, especially here from capital economists, are anticipating the S&P 500, they say here, likely to rally another 16% in 2025, above where the indexes had closed on Thursday, with an S&P to nearly close at 7,000. Now, sitting at 6,000 right now, that's another 1,000 up on the major index. This London-based researcher basically is sticking with the projection, even though the Fed policy is going to be a bit less than previously had projected. Remember, we were anticipating, or investors were anticipating, about 4 rate cuts for next year. Now it's coming down to possibly like 2. We don't know for sure. We do know the Fed, though, said that they are going to prioritize hitting the target inflationary rate over the amount of federal cuts that they will make in terms of the federal funds rate. So lots of unpredictability there, possible volatility going into 2025. But what do you believe on the S&P 500? Do you think we're going to see another 16% in 2025? Will we get that Santa Claus rally going into the new year, especially with the new change in administration? And will Palantir continue to accumulate in its market capitalization? What is your opinion on this? What's your opinion on DOGE coming in here? Its impact on Palantir? You think it's good? You think it's bad? You think Wedbush is coming out with some crazy price targets? I want to know everything you guys have to hear. Peace out, take care, and I'll catch you guys later.